Hello, you lovelies, and welcome to KoiCast. I am Koi Jandro, a Bostonian who loves the internet, who loves people, who loves pop culture. He's a big fan of capybara, also long walks on the beach, and my favorite season is fall, and we are rapidly approaching it. It is my birthday in 2 days if you're listening to this on the first day we record, so this is Narcissist Week. I am joined by much less of a narcissist, a man who doesn't make his birthday a national month-long celebration, the great Jake Lloyd Bacon.
I appreciate that. I appreciate being called a less of a narcissist.
I'm gonna be real about it. I mean,
yeah, still a narcissist,
but we all are.
Less of a narcissist.
Everybody's a narcissist that's on the internet.
No,
You're just good about it.
No, yeah, 100%.
You're like a 2.
Hard agree.
On the narcissist scale.
Hard agree.
I mean, we both have public letterboxed. Frankly, narcissist. Our opinions mean more.
Oh man, listeners, if you're not patrons, speaking of letterboxed and speaking of social media, I tweeted something the other day after watching a movie that I don't know that Koi liked as much as I did. And a lot of people didn't like it, and I'm going to talk about that over on the Patreon. There's a movie that I think is a great equalizer for douchebag movie fans. And I'm not calling you one of those because you liked the movie, but there are people who hated the movie, and I know for a fact things that they like directly contradict their reasons for not liking this movie. I'm keeping this all very cryptic so that people will have to go listen. And
I love this because now I'm enticed for the next hour.
Give us a couple bucks and you'll hear that.
Especially because if you weren't here last week, we got some shifts and changes and we're going to be using it for gear.
This is our last in-person KoiCast that we know of for the next 5 to 6 months.
Yeah.
Minimum, if not more than that.
5+ months.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be bi-coastal.
Yes, I'm going to be spending some time on the East Coast and the Northeast. I did say East Coast last week. I want to specify, not the South. Because the East Coast is really long, and technically Jacksonville is the East Coast. Technically Myrtle Beach is the East Coast.
Every so often, there is a face where I'm like, I wish this was on YouTube. Yeah. And the way he just said, not the full East Coast.
Not the South.
Full expressive of like, let me clarify. Let me go ahead. The Mason-Dixon line, very important to my distinction of where I'm going to be at. Wow.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
We're heading to the East Coast, the Northeast Coast.
You're going to be experiencing, and this, back to the narcissism, you're going to be experiencing my birthday midnight actually. Because I always check on my family at that, because I was born on the East Coast.
I know, and that's what I always say too. I always say like my birthday actually starts at like 9 p.m. here.
I take a shot. I drink, so I take a shot at 9, and then I take a midnight shot. On that day.
Because that's actually how long you've been alive.
Yeah, I was born on that coast.
Even though, had you been born on this coast, as long as you weren't born from midnight to 3 a.m., it's still the exact same day.
Still very much the day, but it's for us. We need that little token.
I totally get it.
9 p.m. and then you get an extra birthday.
I also say Happy New Year at 9 p.m. here to all of my East Coast people as well.
We just get a 27-hour day on those 2 days, and that's for us. We are going to be doing this last episode together in person for the next few months today, but fear not, I want to make it very clear, we will be continuing. There might be a slight delay. I want to make it clear we are doing the show still. It's just
and we might, I'll say this too, we've been on an every other week schedule really quickly. There might not be a show in 2 weeks from now. This might be the only hiccup in the production here. If that's the case, and we can get one in by the following week, we're going to be back on the soonest possible Wednesday, and then pick up our bi-weekly episodes from that point on.
We're not delaying for no reason.
Yeah, we're not going to like try to keep to the weird schedule. Yeah. We're just going to try to get in your ears the next possible Wednesday. And we're going to do the best we can to ensure there's something on the Patreon every single week for those patrons, because we really appreciate all your support on this.
Very much so.
Nerdy podcast.
Now, with this being 2 days before my birthday, I want to know, and I think I might have asked you this, not my most recent birthday, but the one before, because you are a couple years older than me, and you, like I do, mark your years. Like, you're someone who is aware of time in like a way that is like, this is a chunk, they're different.
Oh, yes. I very much am a person who looks back at a very specific 12-month period of time.
Same.
And analyze it to the point of misery.
So I don't go misery. I go some years misery, but I definitely go like macro awareness to hopefully improve.
Sure.
Do you remember a big shift into your late 30s, from like 35's mid 30s to me. Obviously 34's mid 30s as well, but like 35 feels like a line of demarcation.
Yes.
Was there a shift?
Huge shift. My best years were 34, 35, and 36.
Wow. Okay.
I feel like that was my peak. I feel like I was more attractive then than I ever was, and I will be again. I feel like I was the happiest. I mean, I'm a perpetually happy guy, but like at that point in time, Alexandra and I had just met. I finally had this person who was my person. We were touring Pinch and festivals at that point. The world was new and mine to grasp, even though I was in my mid 30s. Like, yeah, I definitely feel like 30, because it was 2017. Let's see, I was born, so that would have been, I was 34 in 2017.
Okay.
So yeah, so 34, 35, and 36 were all aces.
We knew each other then.
Yeah. We knew each other.
I remember the Pinch tour.
We didn't
know each other well.
Honestly, it's pretty much like, when did Rocky happen?
Right.
And then what year, of our friend's birthday, Tybee's birthday, what year was that? And that's pretty much when
I think 2015 was Rocky, 2016 was Tybee's birthday, that we really got to know each other.
Right. I mean,
that's so funny.
I can tell you right now, I can find the exact date because I'm that meticulously organized.
Oh.
I can tell you exactly, assuming that all the tags.
Because Jake and I were con buddies for a bit, and then became like buddies.
Well, we were just like in the same social circle, that LA circle where it's like, hey, everybody knows everybody a little bit,
just enough. But 35, we knew each other. For your 35.
But yeah, so around that point, I definitely remember. And then it's my late 30s is a little tough for me because of the pandemic. Sure. So we're all going to associate the pandemic with a certain chunk.
It's my early 30s.
For you, it's your early 30s. So
because
for me,
I turned 30 and then I went through a pretty rough breakup where I was living with someone. So I had the emotional and then as soon as I was starting to get into a place of like, let me rebuild, pandemic. So my early 30s were a bit much.
Right. It's a thing.
34 was dope. So I'm with you so far in that mid 30, because 34 has been pretty solid, other than like losing my faith in the internet and like that. But I recovered quicker than I did with my loss of faith in all government systems. That was a bit more troublesome.
Yeah, I also do think that it is interesting too, because when the world was at its worst, I was doing fine.
Yeah, no. I'm having a very interesting thing where I'm like, okay, I'm hitting a point where I'm reconfiguring what I want the next 5 years to be, because I do consider those 5 years kind of formative.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't know if I know I don't want to be like a TikToker, because I never have, but I need to figure out what the internet's going to become in the next 5 years.
TikToker.
Dude, it's just not acceptable.
I mean, I get it.
Though. Yeah, so it's the zoom out around your birthday that I know we both do.
Right.
I kind of take stock of where I'm at, where I want to be. I want to buy a house before I'm 40, so that's not going to happen on TikTok.
No, not at all. So I lied and I can't find the date.
I was trying to kill time.
I know, but it's in there somewhere, but I thought it would be a little bit simpler.
Right.
As I was taking guesses and they were all wrong.
Fair. That's fair.
I can continue to take guesses, but I think we're going to swamp time. So let's talk more about your birthday.
So yeah, we talked last week
about your plans.
Yeah, last week we discussed about the presidential birthday. Do you remember what you did for your 35th?
No, I don't. That might have been 35 would have been 2018 for me.
Okay.
I legit don't. That might have been the camping birthday, maybe. Yes, that was all right. So 35. Speaking of our friend Tybee.
Yes.
On my birthday, I went to go see Tybee's movie, Tybee and Peter's movie called Hello and Goodbye.
Yep.
On my birthday, because it was like a midweek birthday, and I was like, well, I'll go do this. And then that weekend we went camping on a camping trip.
It was 2016, by the way. I just found photos from that birthday.
There
it is, September 2016.
You took a guess better than I did.
We did it. We did it, folks. So 7 years.
Yeah. So yeah, that was my 35, and it was the last big one until my 40th.
I think that's how it's gonna go. I might do a big thing for 37 and do a Kevin Smith birthday.
That's fun.
Because I feel like I love themes, and I don't want to do themes every year because it's just exhausting.
Right.
But presidential theme this year, Kevin
it.
Smith, like dressed like your favorite View Askew character, is just weird enough that I'm like, that's worth it.
Aggressive check mark for that one.
Right? Like,
yes, highly co-signed.
It's going to be so fun. And I want to invite Mary. Like, I want to see if I can get like the occasional View Askew member to be like, it'd be so funny to have like a picture of people dressed and then like, wait, that looks just like blah, blah, blah.
What was his name? I don't know if he still lives in LA. There's a very fun View Askew deep cut that I know.
Oh,
but I don't know if they're still in LA. I don't want to say who it is because I don't want to blow up their
But
spot.
that'd be like, it'd be really fun to have photos.
It would be really fun if they showed up.
Yeah. So that kind of thing for 37 would be the goal. But I want to look at my next 5 years. I think I'm starting to hit the age where I'm looking forward with kind of like a checklist plan, not just back. I feel like when you're in your 20s, you're like, okay, what did I do wrong? Whereas in my 30s, I'm trying to go like, how do I get to right?
Yes.
And that's been a big old shift in my mid 30s.
And I do think that that's also like, you know, I feel like it's the next stage in development.
I feel like less of a dick in my 30s, and that's something.
Oh, you do?
Hopefully. I mean, I'm wearing a shirt of myself, but like otherwise. It was the last day we're filming Koikast in person.
That was supposed to be an insult, and you went, no, yeah, I do.
No, it's real. No, I'm wearing a Koikast shirt, and the last episode, there was a fire alarm, and I went outside wearing my own face on my chest.
And was standing and looking in the same way that he is in the position. And
Not intentionally.
I just started laughing because it was just like you were literally... Like, it was like you were doing a bit.
Yeah, and I wasn't. I literally see, like, Jake doubled over, and I'm like, yes, I'm that guy in public.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm excited for this birthday. I'm really excited to see how things change in my mid-30s. Yeah, dating somebody and liking it. So also in your vein.
It's a better time to be dating.
It really is. It feels like it's on purpose.
Also, listen, I know that we're all different.
Yeah.
And we all have different expectations and different experiences, but I'm going to tell you, at 35, like, if you like them even a little bit, just fucking move in immediately. I'm not kidding.
We started having that conversation. That's so funny.
Good. You are going to save so much goddamn money because you're spending all time together anyway.
Yeah.
And you are going to learn real fast whether this is worth it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, maybe you want something different in life than I do.
No,
but like,
she's been staying at mine for the last 3 weeks straight.
At 35, do you want to invest a year and a half, 2 years into this relationship and then learn that you can't you can't cohabitate?
Because like I want kids and I don't want to be like a 7-year-old dad with football.
You know what?
You know what I mean?
Move in immediately. You will save so much money to being dinks and having dual income. You know what I mean? Like your life will just be so much better and easier.
Yeah.
Because you will have extra expendable income between the two of you because your rent will be significantly cheaper.
Sure.
And especially if you're just paying for 2 apartments and staying
been bad
together the whole time anyway.
She came to Boston with me and then we came back and her roommate had COVID. So we had to like, whoop. Yeah. So she's been with me and I'm like, well, this is nice.
I moved Alexander in after 2 weeks.
Whoa. I did not know that about ever. This is new information.
It was sort of, the scenario was that my old roommate Messiah was leaving the country and the exact same time that he was leaving and I was going to end up with this 2-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
He was leaving. Alexandra's lease was up.
Wow.
And I just said to her, and I said very, very simply stated, I just said like, well, why don't you just move in because you know we're going to spend all of our time together anyway.
That is so romantic.
And she just went like, really? And I went like, yeah, absolutely.
And
she
now
was
you
like,
guys are engaged.
And she was like, okay. And when I tell you, within a month and a week maybe of like meeting for the first time in person, she was living in
my
the house.
last longest relationship. We lived together within 3 weeks, and it was great until it wasn't. But like it was good to know.
But exactly.
Yeah.
Get it out of the way now.
That is love. So guys, this is what turning 35
is. This is a thing that I think that our parents' generation failed at.
100%.
And I say a parents' generation, I mean them and everyone before them. Is the whole we don't live together before we're married thing is such a mistake.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's actually lunacy because then you're just like gambling.
Divorce
you're just, like,
rates,
skyrocket.
are out of control.
Also, the rent in LA save thousands.
That's what I'm getting at. Like literally, you're going to take up the exact same amount of space as the two of you.
Yeah,
because you're going to figure out the shit that
logistics
you don't that you don't need, and you're going to parse down, and you're going to realize, great, we're together. We don't need two TVs, 2 fucking microwaves, 2 coffee makers, all that crap. You're going to get to sell or give, and it's better for the environment. Just do it. Listen, I don't know if I'm not going to put her on blast, whatever the name is, but like if you listen to Koi's show out there, I'm talking directly to you. Get this douchebag to move in with you or move in with him. Pick whose apartment you like better. And live there.
Make a choice.
And live there. And make it yours. Don't make it, you're in my space now.
No, we'd be sharing.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
So there you go. There's my
your old man wisdom.
There's my old wisdom.
Because 35 feels different. It really does. So I'm trying to make like adult decisions and I'm trying to also like slow down a little bit. And I've lived more in the last 3 months as far as like making time to live. That's why I'm like 5 weeks behind on
having
comics.
Nothing to do with the strike, I'm sure.
No, that's helped me. It's helped force me.
But like
it's not been by choice. But I'm like 5 weeks or 4 or 5 weeks behind on comics, and it's been kind of nice. One, I got like chunks to do at a time when I want to, but like knowing I let myself get to that point and not letting it be like doom and gloom. I'm very much like, I owe this to blah, blah, blah. But instead I'm like, when I get to it, I can't let work be my whole life. Because I had that like mini, oh my God, can I keep this up? Because I was doing too much. And it feels really good to have a birthday in sight and have like a marker.
I'm also going to tell you right now, and not to be that guy, because I've only been 40 for, 6 months now, but like, as you get closer, You're not gonna be able to do what you think you're doing right now.
Yeah.
You're way healthier than I am. And I'm not gonna say that I'm, that like we are very different people biologically, but I do think that at some point you're gonna be like, hey, this is a lot on me.
I'm getting my abs back to have a funeral for them because I know I'm not gonna be able to keep them long. Like I'm literally.
I forgot you told me that.
Yeah. I'm getting.
By the way, thanks for the donuts today. He rolled in today with some donuts. And I went, thank you very much. You're like,
what did I get for myself?
A munchkin, a diet donut, as you called it.
I literally was like, I'm gonna have this eighth of a donut, but I wanted to make sure our last recording was
I don't think I think a munchkin is more like a quarter.
It's pretty. I mean, the donut's pretty thick.
You just drew a cartoon Simpsons donut from Universal Studios.
I drew the Tony Stark could fit in there. No, but I think like a fifth or a sixth is more fair.
I'll go more fifth than I will sixth, but I think it's a quarter.
Fair enough. But I do definitely plan to have abs again in order to take a photo and be like, did it? Because I know it's not sustainable. Yeah. Like unless I've got a Marvel trainer, this ain't lasting. I had a rough night last night for a self tape that I had to do an audition where they just asked for jeans and a t-shirt. And I don't rock just a t-shirt anymore. I've gotten beyond that. I'm a real button up and a layer kind of guy. Yeah.
And it took me so long because I was like, God, I look like a fucking garbage. I hated the way that I looked
that's a bad feeling.
in just a t-shirt. And I was just like, God, and like doing profiles and all the things you have to do for a slate audition. Just being like, oh, I don't look good at all. And I'm sad. So listen, when we moved into this location, I lost like 20 pounds. Yeah. Just for stress alone. So maybe I'll get some stress weight lost again.
Northeast and the winter shoveling.
Oh yeah.
You know your cardio game's not to triple,
we are not prepared clothing wise for this at all.
I don't know how you're gonna that first like month of winter, we're gonna talk and it's gonna be a lot of buying jackets.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyways, it's enough about you and me and these two douchebags.
Just two old guys.
You want to see what the listeners have to say?
I would love to hear what they have to say.
Let's take some hotline calls.
Hello, Jake and Coy. This is Doug McKinney from Pittsburgh again. We're Darth Vadad on the Discord. Just wanted to call in and say happy birthday to Coy this month. And also mention that I did some local comic book shopping. Went to New Dimension Comics in Homestead, Pennsylvania. And also Ides Comics and Records and whatever else. They're a great store downtown Pittsburgh on Penn Avenue. And I filled in some collections I'd been missing, some stuff that I used to own as a kid and had lost over the years, some Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes issues. And between those two shops, I found what I wanted. So I might post some pictures on the Discord of those two shops. But again, happy birthday, Coy, and hope everyone is having a great fall now that we're into September. Thanks.
Immaculate timing.
New Dimensions Comics in Pittsburgh. I'm curious to how long this has been here. I don't know Pittsburgh super well, but I did when I was there, coincidentally enough, for Kevin Smith.
Oh yeah,
we were doing Zach and Miri. I remember hitting up all the local shops there. I'm looking at the photos. I don't think I've been to this place. Whoa, they have a giant life-size silver. You don't see that a lot. Silver Surfer.
Oh. Was it the one from the 90s that used to have at FYEs? Is that on their main?
I don't remember that. Here, I'll just show you the picture.
I'm very excited.
I mean, like, that is awesome. I mean, you'll have to let us know, Doug, a.k.a. Darth Vadad, whether this is the right one I'm looking at. But do they have a giant Silver Surfer? Because if so, look at that.
Yeah, I remember that one. That was from the
They had that at
FYE.
I don't remember that. That is fucking cool as
FYE
shit.
used to be the shit. Man, that's awesome. Yeah, I've been doing as much local comic shops as I can while I've been traveling. I didn't make it to the one in Somerville that I wanted to, but I made it to 3 different Newbury Comics, which I used to love as the mainstream comic store. And I popped into a couple mom and pops while I was in Boston. Also popped into one in Nashville, New Hampshire. Okay. And I went to a fan expo in Boston. I worked and looked at every single shop, and I'm still 29 away from every Spider-Man print. And I was really hoping to tie in one last East Coast, like to get an East Coast comic I needed.
Yeah.
But now that I'm down to that few, it's like, man, it's going to be a mortgage payment when I find it. Like it's really, I'm 29 away from every run of Spider-Man.
You're at that point now where you need to literally be like hitting up the garage sales
and estate sales
for like the people who are like, oh, my dad had comics. I don't know what any of this stuff is worth. I'm selling the whole lot for $20.
And then
it just so happens to be in there. You know what I mean? Like that, you're at that point.
Because I don't want to do it online. Like
that removes all of the, that's just Googling.
That's just owning it.
That's just Amazon.
Yeah. Then I'm just like spending money. Speaking of Amazon, if you guys want to get me anything for my birthday, my wish list is going to be in the Discord. But
Boo!
I know, shameless. It's been a long strike, Jake. It's been a long strike. But I do want to buy those last 29. How would I describe free range? I want to find them myself.
Free range. Like brick and mortar.
Yeah, and I want to support local shops. Like I don't even think I'm even doing Mile High from now on. Like I love Mile High. I love what they do, but it does feel like I just acquired.
Yeah, I mean, I do feel like the cons,
they're so expensive. The cons because they know that they're kind of like we've got only like one of the ones I need is the first Punisher. So issue 129 I know is going to cost me an arm and a leg.
Yep.
But the problem is not only is it one I need because it's rare, but because it's at a con, they can sell it to Joe Schmo that wants to flip it.
Right.
So certain comics are extra dubious because they're like flippers' dreams.
Right. Yeah.
Whereas I want to collect all of them, including that one.
Yeah, I do think you're going to find things like that are like first appearances. You're going to really be pigeonholed into just being like, you got to just go to a shop that has it and it's going to be an arm and a leg.
And I'm just going to accept okay.
I mean, for Christ's sakes, I'm pretty sure didn't I not just see that at fucking House of Secrets? Like, I think that they just have it on the wall. And
I think they've got one for
it's an insane amount of money.
Yeah. Well, I think that one's slabbed and I don't want it CGC'd.
Got it. Okay.
I don't have a single CGC comic.
Got it.
So I want, and that's been part of the issue. Like,
my cousin was like, yeah, I have this like X-Men 1 something that I really wanted to get like graded and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, if you want to do it. I was like, I don't think it's worth it, but just see. He's like, I really am just curious. And he spent like, it's like $65. It's like somewhere. I mean, it's probably more nowadays, but it was like, this was years and years and years ago. It's like $65-$70 to get its lead, and it came back and it's at a 0.3.
Oh my God.
And it's worth less than the cost
of slapping it. Oh my God.
And
now he knows for a fact.
Fuck it. And it's in the best part is that now that it's in that, he's like, well, now I can't even look at it.
Yeah.
It's
Now what do you got? You bought very expensive plastic.
You bought a plastic thing that's hard to open.
You could buy an iPad and look at that image of the thing that's practically the same thing. Oh, that's dark.
Yeah,
but that's I don't like slabbing books, and that's gonna be another thing. Is like when I want a Spider-Man #1, I don't want it slabbed, so that's gonna be hard.
Yeah, it's gonna be really tough.
And the more we get into this, and luckily NFTs are fading, but there was a little phase where because of digital stuff getting sold, tangible was getting even more rare.
Right.
So there was like a 6-month surge where like people were selling them for 4 times what it was the month before.
Of course, yeah.
So I'm hoping as that settles down, I can get a couple.
Yeah.
But yeah, home stretch. It feels
tough. That's tough. I am not a collector in any capacity like this. Like there's nothing out there that I'm just like, oh, I'm searching for this thing if I ever see it.
Yeah.
But I understand
I'm down to 98 X-Men as well. I didn't realize how far I'd gotten because I bought like 7 here, 2, 3 there. And
so you're
I went
only
through
98 issues
from every
short?
X-Men.
There's 57
Uncanny X-Men,
okay.
X-Factor, like all of them.
Oh,
I have full runs of X-Factor, full runs of Jim Lee.
Interesting.
So all I have is a 98 in the Uncanny. But I didn't realize that I was that close because I'd bought so many through different checklists. And I only had one dupe. I was super proud.
See, now I wish we had a little bit more time. Do you know which ones you have? Like, I'm dying to know whether or not I have one in my book.
Oh, it'd be so funny.
Like, I have just a hodgepodge of. So here's the thing: is that I never collected X-Men comics, right? The only X-Men comics I have. When I say collected, I have them, but right. I never was like, I gotta get these numbers. It was like if it came into my possession or if I could buy one at a garage sale or something, I would just grab any X-Men issues, right?
Yeah.
And I guarantee you all the ones I have are not like valuable. So if the ones you're missing are valuable, it'd be funny if I had like 3 of the ones you were missing.
So in Uncanny, I'm missing like the first 28.
So that's the rarity.
That's the holy crap.
Yeah.
So I clearly have 29 and 30. And then I need like 31, 32, 33, 35, 36, 37, 39.
So they're all early.
They're all yeah, basically in the first 100, I have like 20.
Okay, so most of the 90 you need are in the first 100 issues.
Yeah. And then in the early 100s, I need a few. And then I need like the 129. Ironically, 129 I need in both Spider-Man and X-Men.
Right.
Because it's first Phoenix, or an early Phoenix and the first Punisher.
Yeah, I can't imagine that I have those. But also, I do want to find out.
That'd be so funny.
Listen, I need to take my short boxes out to put them in the area where we're storing stuff.
When you go through. But,
so I'll pop
when you look
open.
at when you look at my Spider-Man, it's literally like I need like 24, 28, 36, 39.
So
like
those are your needs, those numbers that I'm seeing? Got it. And are the horizontal lines mean anything? Like why do you have?
Oh, so it's 1 through 9, 10 through. So I can.
So you're doing it in tens.
Exactly.
Got
so
it.
that way, when I glance, if a comics only has 40s, I can go boop, boop,
Yeah, that's much easier to be
Yeah.
like, oh, I only need one in this
Exactly, in this
range.
row. So yeah, I'm so close, man. And I never thought, like as a kid collecting, I never thought I'd get this close.
pretty great.
And now I work in comics, so I'm more exposed to the cons and those things.
Yeah.
But it's also really funny because I'm closer friends with a lot of writers and artists. So I keep being like, does it matter to me enough to get it signed to make it weird? Or because I never did that. But now I'm like, well, shit, if I'm almost done.
Right.
So it's
I feel like I would only get like key issues signed.
I got number 1 from Dennis. We talked about it.
Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, like there's definitely a few that I would be like, oh, I'd get a first appearance, or if there was like a very popular storyline and it was like, oh, here's the beginning of the blank.
I kind of want to get my Mr. Miracle signed by Tom and Mitch because like that book means so much.
Yeah,
to me.
that's a good one.
And like things like that. When
do you have the same one that I got? That
the beautiful
that they gifted me? Yeah, that's a good one to have signed too. That's the other thing too is like certain things I would prefer the signature to not be on,
especially in the front of,
than other things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd be like, no, I'd rather it on this nice hardcover of that I could,
like Rick Remender. I'd rather have sign my book than my floppies.
I would also almost exclusively have them sign the inside cover, preferably over the outside cover.
Yeah, even though it's going to be worth more to a collector, but I'm not selling them.
Yeah, no,
that's my thing. Is like I'm collecting them for me. I'm gonna have a sarcophagus. I'm gonna be buried at these.
Listen, it's just like my copy of Lyle Crocodile when the author and writer and then artist came to my school as a child. He signed the inside cover, and I'm like, listen, that's where the author signed books when you come.
Sets a precedent.
Also, Lois Lowry came to our and wrote The Giver. Yeah, I have a copy. I signed a copy of The Giver as well on the inside cover.
Little did you know how much Lyle would shape you in the future. That signature changed the game.
I didn't see the movie.
I didn't either.
But I saw the trailer for the movie on the Netflixes, and I thought it was cute that in the art. I didn't realize this, but a part of the movie apparently is I think the mother is an artist. And
does she draw in the style?
And she draws the book style and that like sort of like very squiggly old New York style. And I was like, oh, I love that.
That's clever.
I just saw like on the wall and I went, hey, wait a minute, that's the book. Anyways.
When they can do that and it feels seamless, I'm so heartwarmed. I'm like, good, respect.
Right. Well, thanks for the call, Doug.
Much appreciated, man. We went all over the place with that, but Pittsburgh.
Let's see what else we got.
Hello, Coy and Jake. This is Zach from Connecticut. I'm calling regarding the episode the other week. I was listening to Coy lament the fact that his comic videos don't get as much viewers as he would hope, and I wanted to provide some encouragement. Coy is the reason that I read comics today. Without him, I never would have dived into the medium, and I am ever happy that it has happened. Without Coy, I would never have discovered joys of the stories of Department of Truth and many others. So while 100 videos, 100 viewers per video may not bring in the big bucks, it may just help a fan like me find his new favorite story. So in that vein, Coy, what is the 5 best new comics you've read this year that we should all be picking up? Indies and new runs from the big 2 allowed. Looking forward to expanding my to-be-read list.
Zach from Connecticut, thanks so much for the call. And I agree, Coy.
That was such a sweet message.
I've been telling you this for years. I know that you're just a fame-hungry clickbait whore.
I did pick comics for the fame.
Just a clickbait whore you are.
I
just
was
so
like,
desperate. Jeez,
this medium is definitely how you get famous. Listen, ask any comic creator.
I am friends with a lot of the comic book writers now, and I thought maybe...
those famous comic book writers. That medium that's doing so well.
Listen, I know that you're just a click-hungry bitch, a thirsty bitch, but...
Dude, that means a lot. That means so much.
100 people who all are interested in what you have to say and might go pick up a comic is going to do more for the industry than, in my opinion, 5,000 people all going to see Blue Beetle.
Yeah, no,
in
you're
my
right.
opinion.
And I've been accordingly trying to find the middle ground with that pointing series, and it's been working because I've been going to comic stores and they're like, "You're the pointing guy," and I'm like, "What a weird thing to be." But that means so much that you picked up comics. I actually met someone at Boston Fan Expo came up to me in a full Scarlet Spider outfit, head to toe,
love it,
immaculate cosplay, and it looked like he'd been doing cosplay for like long enough that he'd had the nuance down,
right?
Like when you can tell, like, oh, this guy knows.
Yeah.
He's like, I just got into comics 8 months ago because of you. This is my first cosplay.
Right.
All of these friends I met in the last year that he was with because of comics, because of. So I didn't just change his reading.
Of course.
He made friends. He got a new habit.
I love that.
It was so inspiring. So shout out to Scarlet Spider in Boston.
I love that.
It was really special.
So his question, Zach's question was
Top
best 5 of the year.
Yeah, okay. And this is just off the dome with a couple notes in my phone because I don't have time to look at every top list. But The new Fantastic Four is incredible. It's maybe one of my favorite Fantastic Four runs of all time. Alex Ross is on the covers, so the covers are immaculate. They're really eye-catching, but it's a very accessible comic that starts out with the Fantastic Four separated, so you get one issue of each of them.
Love that.
So you actually get to know them in a way that I usually don't get to, and then it's a mystery why they're separate. And then when they come together, you get that triumphant moment, which I've never gotten with
I
them.
really dig that.
It's a really clever
That's
run.
a good way to write that book, because I think that the problem with the Fantastic Four
They feel so established.
is that they feel, at least not all the time, some people have written them incredibly, but they definitely feel like the sort of team book that they are the sum of their parts is greater than their parts.
Agreed.
And that's a good message, but doesn't make for good drama.
And the gateway to entry feels prohibitive.
Right. Whereas like X-Men, you literally have people within the X-Men that are just like, I want to know this whole entire person's life.
And let me dive into more of their, Fantastic Four. I've never been like, tell me more about like,
Fantastic
Johnny.
Four is very much missing the Wolverine, the Nightcrawler, the characters who can exist fully without.
And it starts strong. So that's a big 2 rec. For an indie rec, it's a really weird one. And if you're under 18 or rated R warning for anyone listening at home that hears me say fuck a lot and ignores it. There's a book called World's Tree, and it's from James Tynion, who writes Department of Truth and who writes a lot of my favorite books. Had a great run on Batman. James Tynion IV is one of my favorite writers working, so I'm picking up anything he does. And he's currently got a book called World Tree, and it's about the internet that basically exists under the internet in a very X-Files dystopian hellish kind of way.
Like the dark web?
The dark web, but to the point where it corrupts the user like a virus. And
the dark magic web.
The dark matter web. But it basically is an occult story where you're 5 issues in and I still don't know the mystery, but it keeps building in a way that I'm like, oh, I'd usually get frustrated at not knowing at this point.
Right.
But instead it adds just enough context. You're like, God damn it has me still. And there's this naked woman that is just murdering people while people are getting hacked. And there's this family dynamic where you're like, I care about the family. I care that one of them is getting taken over. Meanwhile, there's physical carnage happening in the world. And you're like, how is the internet doing this?
Interesting.
But I trust the writer enough that I know the payoff will be worth it.
Okay. How many issues in?
5.
Got it.
So for 5 months, I've been like, why am I still trusting you? This feels like it shouldn't work. So I'm loving it.
Do you know the plan? Are they saying like this is just going to go on?
It's ongoing as far as I know.
Okay, so it's not like
a mini.
This is a 6 or an 8, and we know that.
As far as I know, it's a monthly. And then I'm really, really enjoying this Punisher run. I've talked about it on this show quite a few times. It is still just as good as it ever has been. The art's consistent. There's an artist that does the flashbacks that are basically Punisher becoming Punisher in a way that I've never seen told in a way that I'm invested. Like his war stuff I'm invested in, and I'm usually like, eh.
Is this the Punisher hanging it up Punisher run, or is this a different book?
This is the Punisher corrupted by the hand.
Okay, but this isn't the one. You weren't here. We talked a little bit about this when you missed your own goddamn fucking show.
Still impressive.
Benoit was talking about like the essentially the Punisher as a character is ceasing to exist within the Marvel.
So basically, this ends in a way that I could see them taking some time off from Punisher.
Okay, so but this is that.
This
version,
is that run.
I don't know if there's 4 different Punisher things happening right now.
There's just one.
This is that.
Yeah, this is that Punisher, and it's so good. Like it is. The art's incredible. He gets so OP that he actually fights the Avengers, but the storyline makes it work. Right. And like you're so invested in his character at that point, you're like, oh, this makes sense. It's one of my favorite Punisher runs ever.
Is there a subtitle for the story?
Just Punisher, but it's the only one currently running.
Sure,
or just finished.
I just didn't know if it was like And do we know what like book numbers are we at?
Let's see. Any
idea?
Don't have it in front.
That's
of me.
fine. No. I put you on the spot.
I think it's only
was just curious.
12 or 15 issues, if that helps.
Right. But I was just kind of curious.
Oh, it starts at number 1.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a brand new number 1.
New number 1. Got it.
Probably started 2021, maybe 2022, just ended.
Got it.
And then that was 3 books I think I just gave you.
Yeah, let's say yes.
And then, okay, this is a bit of a combo attack, so bear with me. Mark Miller is really hit or miss. He's a bit edgy. And I acknowledge that my broiness sometimes gets the better of me. I will be dressing like Bro Ken for Halloween. I accept that I'll be one of many, but I love that character. That said, Nemesis is a character that was really edgy in the 90s and 2000s. They just brought him back, and it really actually works. So the idea is like, what if Batman used all of his money and brilliance to be the biggest villain in the world instead of the biggest hero? And what is insane is Mark Miller wrote Wanted. He wrote Nemesis. He's got a new book called Nightclub. He wrote Kick-Ass. He's got all of these books. He just brought new characters into a world, and through this thing called The Big Thing, he's connecting all of them. So Mark Miller just went, hey, all these publishers had my books. I'm going to make it a shared universe. So Wanted is canon again. and it ties into Nemesis. And it ties.
Interesting.
So I've never seen anyone go, I'm going to use my own backstock and invent a Miller world. So it's really cool. So there's a new combination called, Big Game, not Big Time, Big Game. Big Game #1 dropped July 19th, and it incorporates all of Mark Miller's stuff in a way that I was really impressed by.
Interesting.
So that's 2 indies, and then I gave you a Punisher. So that's Marvel. I gave you Fantastic Brothers Marvel. Let's go with the DC. A DC book I am really enjoying is it actually just started, and maybe it won't stay as good, but I was really impressed with Mark Waid's Superman: Last Days of Lex Luthor. It really captures who I think Superman is. It also is Lex Luthor basically poisoned by all the radiation he's gathered from trying to kill Superman with kryptonite.
That's very funny.
And on camera, he basically blackmails Superman because he knows he'll save him into saving the worst villain in the world, making the world distrust Superman while saving Lex.
Okay, so he that seems like a real like Joker kind of
it's a dark
or a real Riddler kind of.
It's a really fun way to be like, I'm gonna outsmart you. You have to save me, and the world's gonna think less of you. I win twice.
Right.
So it's only issue 1, but I was like, God damn, that's a smart plan.
Nice.
So those 5. Off just me looking at a note.
Well done, sir. Well done. Thank you guys so much for the calls. Keep those coming. They will definitely help with getting shows out. I'd love to talk more in our what do you call it? In our wonky days ahead here.
Our bi-coastal days, and especially comics, because those are easier to talk about with the strike. So anything you guys have, this was really fun for me to come up with 5 recs for y'all.
Well, Koi Jandro.
Is it time?
It is. It's time for one of the 2 things that we have to do today. They're very important.
Is it punchy?
In just a little while here, we are going to be opening up the final 2 packs of our DC Comics card set gifted to us from friend of the pod and host of The Hell With This, Mark Allen Heiliger. Are we going to make a whole set? Only the fates know. This could be real underwhelming.
4 cards left.
But before then, it is the first episode of September. So it is time to pick our September unpunchable gift horse of the month. If you're not sure what this is, well, welcome to the podcast. Each and every month, all of the gift horse tiered patrons over at patreon.com/koicast are entered into a random name generator. The wheelonames.com is what I use. And we spin that wheel, and the winner of this gets a item of their choosing from the shop over at dragonwagonshop.com. Their name and lights in the Discord if they happen to be in there, and gets to select something for Koi and I to watch and discuss over on the patron-only pod. Speaking of which, by the way, there might be a little bit of a delay with the last month's pick and this month's pick. We'll get to your pick eventually.
We promise.
It's just a matter of having and watching a lot of stuff. I want to stress each and every one of our patrons. We love you guys. You guys are fantastic. Thank you so much for your support. Those of you who opt into being gift horse tier patrons, you guys are next level, and we truly appreciate everything you do. And we do hope that this fun little silly monthly contest shows our desire to give back in some way, shape, or form, and make this all kind of a fun thing that's worth doing for you guys as much as it is for us. And so, without further ado, do you want to see who is going to be our September 2023
birthday month
unpunchable gift horse of the month?
Who we got? Let's
do it. The wheel is spinning, and the unpunchable gift horse for the month of September, I think this might be the first ever back-to-back. It's Craig Arrogant Desperado B.
Hey, I don't think we've had a back-to-back. We've had people get it again and definitely like run the wheel, but never back-to-back.
Craig Arrogant Desperado B, who, by the way, did write us and say that you were right on point with his name.
Yes.
It should be like Craig, quote, Arrogant Desperado, and then his last name starts with B, but it was too long to put into a thing once.
I feel good about that.
Craig, congrats once again for becoming the unpunchable gift horse. That goes to show you too, kids. Every month that you are a gift horse patron, you are eligible. You can win.
Can happen.
There is no limit to how many times you can win. As long as when we draw this, you are a gift horse patron, you get entered into the contest.
Also, Jake is being very, very kind and patient with all of the chaos. But I will say, he's about to move cross country. So if there was ever a month you wanted to jump up into another patron tier, he's going to drop $2,000 in gas. He drives a Jeep.
I am so sorry, by the way. He was not a back-to-back. He was July's. August's was Gilbert Short. because it was
the infamous Gilbert
Yes.
short.
I must have blocked that out. I apologize, Gilbert, because
That's
I
just
didn't.
out of trauma.
I didn't want to get you in trouble.
Yeah, no, but
with
now you called him
everybody
out.
else.
We tried to Gilbert Short, just like
But at this point now, this is Craig's second time.
okay, but not back to back.
Yeah, but it wasn't back to back. I apologize.
It is possible.
I was looking at my sheet where I write them all down, and I realized that was wrong. But there you have it. Thanks again, guys, for all of your continued support of this little program. We do really appreciate it, and we hope you guys enjoy having the Patreon there as a way to support the show, but also to hear us chat about all the stuff that we watch. If you're not in the Patreon, man, there's
hundreds.
So much. Let's see. Let me pull it up. There is, as of time of recording, there are 157 patron-only pods.
That's insane. And we
So
cover like
there's
3 to 10.
There's 157 different episodes that if you've never been a patron, you've never heard of KoiCast.
That's great.
And each one we are just talking about all of the art that we have loved, not loved. Some of that stuff is really, really, really fun, interesting, and it's all really easily searchable through the Patreon. So if you're like, oh, hey, I'm curious to whether or not, Koi ever talked about his love for Kung Fu Panda. Well, you can just type in Kung Fu Panda right there into the search, and it'll bring you to episode 145.
Spoiler alert, he did.
In which he talked all about, so really easy, really fun, and we hope you guys love having that. We really appreciate you guys. So, there you have it. Koi, it's come to this.
It's the final deck.
We have 2 packs left.
This is
We're each going to open up 1 pack of these DC cards.
Palms are
We
sweaty.
need 4. Oh, is that you going to start rapping? We need
knees weak, arms heavy.
we need 4 cards. And we have 12 each to get them? 24?
Is it 10 or 12 in a pack?
I want to say it was 12, but I could be wrong.
Okay. Well, we have between 20 and 24 cards, and we need 4.
So we're looking at almost 20% odds that we need to have a 20% all new cards.
Yeah, that's not. It doesn't look good. Doesn't look good.
Oh God, I was dreading this moment.
This is so okay.
I liked this better when the world was new and ahead of us.
When we had that week where I had a deck, we were like, now we got this.
Yeah, last week I felt like I was 35.
Yep.
36, and now I feel 40 again.
Oh, we're back. All right.
Do you want to start first?
All right. The final deck in my hand starts with 153 Millennium, card C.
153 is a new card.
No fucking way.
That is one of the 4
One
we
of
need.
4. Okay, 25% accomplished, you guys. I was like, I don't think I've seen this guy Gardner, but I've been burned before.
Millennium C. It's World's Greatest Battles.
Yes.
Millennium C is one of the 4 we need. We are now at 95.79%. By the way,
First card.
Let me do this. I am going to...
Felt good. The palms were sweaty. I didn't know.
Let's see. I'm actually going to delete the checklist cards.
Okay.
I'm sorry, that's checklist. The foil cards.
Okay.
From our percentage.
That's fair.
To see the percentage of our 180.
That's
okay.
That feels good.
So I'm going to go ahead and delete those rows, and let's see what that does to our percentage. Our percentage is now at 98.33%.
Holy shit. Okay.
So we only need 3 now.
We need 3 cards. I got 25% of what we needed, my first card.
That was thrilling.
That was a moment.
And it might be the last thrilling moment we have.
Let's enjoy it. Let's breathe it in. Guy Gardner.
All right.
Thank you.
Open up my pack here. Slide that bitch off. All righty.
I didn't want to jinx it. Feels so good.
All righty. God, this is tough, you guys. I'm sweating.
I know, right? It's
why is this so stressful? All righty. My first card is card 169, Action Comics 1. We definitely have this.
Beautiful card.
I think this was our very first ever Action Comics card a covers card that we had.
Okay. I don't want to get my hopes up too much, but I know the last one we need from an age is Shazam.
It is a Shazam.
I have a Shazam.
Don't you dare fuck with me.
We have a 1 out of 3 chance that this is the one we need. Do we need number 13?
Koi Jandro. We are now at 98.89%.
Did I get 2 cards in a fucking row?
That you have Golden Age Shazam.
I'm holding it in my hand.
That is 2 of the 4 cards.
2 in a row. Birthday luck. It is my fucking birthday in 2 days.
Golden Age Shazam completes our age section. We now have cards 1 through 51 completed.
I can't believe it.
The first 2.
2 cards.
So we only need 2 cards left.
We are 2 for 2.
Guys, if we make this work
on the last,
we need to go play Lotto.
Oh, 100%.
The drawing is tomorrow.
What are the chances
Thursday.
our last in-person recording? I get to, like first. That's crazy.
All right. Okay.
Feel it.
We all need to relax.
Okay.
I am not as lucky. I have another our third Animal Man card, number 31.
It's a great card.
Lovely card. Look at all the animals. So many of them. He's a man. He's Animal Man.
Okay. This is crazy, but I
Don't you fucking dare.
I believe you just said we had 1 through 51. Does that imply
Do you
we
not have
need
card 52?
50 fucking 2? Because this is Geoforce. It is number 52. Did I just get 3 in a row?
All right. I need to.
I don't like. What do I do? Do I play the lottery on my phone?
I need to stress this enough.
This is a staggering anomaly.
This is organic. We did not plan this.
I still have it. I'm not looking ahead either.
That is.
Yes,
that is one of the cards we need. Geoforce.
We need one last card. I didn't look ahead.
Geoforce. We now have 99.44% of them all. We need one card.
I also didn't know if we needed 52 until you said 1 through 51.
Yes.
The next card I pulled was 52.
We need one card left. We need one card.
I don't even know what to do with this luck.
Tell me a little bit about Geoforce. I don't know who he is.
Okay,
let's not omit the whole point of this.
Let's have an experience. I got chills. Chills.
That's incredible.
I literally looked at the number
Can't believe
first.
you got the 3
3 in a row out of 4, dude? Okay, Geoforce.
I would make this the show from now on.
Oh, this is insane.
I would just open boxes of cards of different sets of all different
and just
types.
try to build a deck.
And just, yeah.
We should front load. We should make a teaser for this entire show.
We should make a podcast called Can We Make a Set?
And just get people to
send
send us.
And then we just have to send sealed boxes of whatever it is. I don't
collections.
care.
I prefer it be comic based because
or pop culture.
We'd at least know about
it. Send me a set of the Batman cards, or the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or Beavis and Butthead, all the things.
So like a box of them, and we do
I would make this the main show from now on
because those 3 in a row. That's like we just had the Super Bowl happen.
That was pretty spectacular.
Holy crap! I'm
sweaty.
So
tell me about
Geoforce. He's a prince of a guy.
One word.
Geo-Force.
Oh shit, hyphenated.
Prince of a guy, Prince Brian, in fact, Brion.
Brion.
They spelled it out even.
Brion.
Leader of the tiny Balkan nation of Markovia. They also drew Markovia and they put a letter next to France. So there's a little map in the back.
So you can tell.
So hey, Markovia. He's
Wait a
prince
minute.
of there.
I didn't know that there were real cities in the DC universe.
I did not think there were until now. Maybe they invented it. Is Markovia real? Is it next to France?
No, but I guess you're right. In the same way that the United States of America exists, but Metropolis
is
right.
So Markovia is next to France in this world.
Right.
And Markovia is he's a proud and noble man of Markovia. He once used his tremendous strength, gravitational powers, and heat blast to take on criminals across the globe alongside his fellow outsiders.
Right.
Today, he uses his great might to serve and protect his poor and hungry countrymen. So he's like a good Doom.
All right.
He's like a leader, but positive.
All right, I'll take it.
And he's got a real generic suit. He's just gold.
A lot of these cards have real generic.
True. They gave him a little extra. There's a little weight in his underoos there though. He's got a nice little pouch.
Yeah, he's packing.
It looks like it. I'm proud of him.
That's the force part of Geoforce.
You can tell he's a leader.
I can't believe that we need one card.
I only got
left.
3 cards pulled, and
we need one card out of how many in your hand?
I'm not going to look at them. I'm just
I'm counting.
3, 4.
So yeah, there are
12 because I have 9.
Because I have 10.
Okay. Can we, what are some mathematician, what are the statistics of me getting 3 in a row, 1 ever?
Oh, that's
But the
tough,
last 3?
Well, we now have how many say you had? 9?
9.
So we now have a 1 in 19 chance.
1 in 18. Oh, wait, you have 10?
Yeah.
Sorry,
10.
apologies.
Yeah,
I thought you had pulled 3 as
well.
well.
Oh, not yet. So
1 in 19.
We have a 1 in 19 chance, which
Up
is
from 4 in who knows?
But now I feel like the long shot's becoming even longer.
I don't know.
God,
man.
what if we're just missing one card?
Oh.
I mean, can I say
that makes it easy?
Missing one card is it's a little funnier.
Yeah,
than missing
4, like an obscure random number, like 4.
If we're missing one card, this will have been very entertaining.
Oh
regardless.
yeah, 99.4 is a hell of a percent.
Great Darkness Saga. I feel like we have a whole lot of these cards. There's the back of Dark Seed, depending on who you talk to. Card number 162. We got quite a few of those.
Okay. Do you want to tell me the last card we need and maybe I can manifest it, or should I?
Do you want me to look?
Because that's how I pulled 52 somehow.
Do you want to do number? Do you want to look at the checklist and see who the number is?
I feel like we're down to 1 we should.
All right,
because we said we wouldn't until the end.
Let me pull the checklist.
This is
cards.
crazy.
Hang on, let me look at. Do I have 2 checklists here? Card 180. All right, here we go. I've got the checklist. So the only character that we're missing. What if it's someone we don't even know? Okay. It's a character we know.
Okay.
And if I'm not mistaken, it's very fitting considering our love for Mr. Miracle and for New Gods. The one card we are missing
Is it Big Barda?
is Orion.
Orion. Okay.
We have had Big Barda.
Well, I thought we did.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are missing Orion.
Okay. This is crazy.
Is the only card I'm
We're
covering
trying
up.
to manifest.
I'm trying to cover up the cards now so
I'm
I don't
literally
see ahead of
hiding.
time. Yeah.
Okay. My next
The
card.
last card we need is New God Orion, if I'm not mistaken.
My next card is not the final card.
Yeah.
I was gonna like 4-4 to been. I would have thought we lied.
Yeah.
It is. I have 175 classic cover showcase 22. Beautiful card. Green Lantern cover.
Lovely.
Okay.
I'm gonna flip my cards over now.
Okay.
I usually would do them from the back with the number first, but now I'm gonna go
Oh.
front because I might as well go front because now we know who we're looking
That's
for.
true. I like
that. Didn't get him. I did get another Hungen,
Hungen.
who we've got quite a few of.
I have another elongated man. Beautiful card, but not who we need.
I have. I think we've gotten one of these last weeks. We have a lot of these. Another Silver Age Blue Beetle card number 2.
Definitely got a few of those. All right.
I don't like how this feels now.
Hey,
The
3 in a row was crazy.
That was pretty exceptional.
Like, I feel good about a birthday week. Okay. My next card is Troya, who has a really cool outfit, but is not.
Card number
Orion.
76.
Yep.
We don't need her again. Dr. Light, lovely card, not the one we need. She's a babe, though, and she does nothing for us.
Nothing. Okay. My next card. Oh, it's a classic cover featuring Orion.
I saw you turn it
I-
over because your eye lit up, and then when you turned around, I saw the New Gods cover. I was like, if it was for a character, it wouldn't.
It
say
wouldn't
New
have all
Gods.
that. But like, I literally saw Orion.
Yep.
Like, I opened
You
my
are-
hand.
You have the New Gods classic cover featuring Orion, which is kind of
The leap.
unfair.
My heart made.
That's kind of unfair.
That was crushing. That was,
Ugh.
oh man, that hurt.
all right.
All right.
Not as crushing as getting another beautifully blonde Aquaman.
God damn it, Aquaman. You didn't even get an age.
I didn't realize that this was long-haired Aquaman, though.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's not like the super
He's
Friends
90s flowing.
buzz cut,
Yeah.
looking like Egon Spangler.
Still has 2 hands, though. All right. My next card. Modern Age, Hal Jordan.
All righty. More greens. Oh, that's right. Modern age Hal Jordan. So he got Hal Jordan is specifically.
Yeah, because we had other.
Yeah. Alrighty. My next card. I'm gonna do what you did. From Hal Jordan to Sinestro.
Oh,
Not
the
what
evil
we needed.
lantern.
Not what we
All
needed.
right,
How many
all
cards
right.
are left in my hand? 1, 2. Try not to look. 4 cards, I think.
I've got 4 as well.
Oh no,
Okay.
you guys.
Okay.
8. We have a 1 and
1
8.
and 8.
Our
1
odds
and
are
8,
going
1
down
and 8 every time. Okay. I've got Legends, Great Battles. God damn it.
Oh, fuck you, Legends. So many of them. I used to love these cards.
Now they
I
hurt.
hate them. My
They hurt
next
so
one
much.
is Brainiac.
God damn it, Brainiac. I can't wait to see you on screen, but not in this deck.
It is a lovely. That's a very. I do like his like. You can't really see it from over there, but he's got like a really great face in this, where he's like, "Meh."
Yeah, see?
He looks like the old mustachioed speed racer
Oh, yeah.
villain. Okay, all right.
All right. Final
This is
3.
tense. I feel like
Final
I should put like suspenseful music on.
I mean, I feel it without it.
Yeah.
Okay, last 3. I got Fastback. God damn it, Fastback. Like a Mustang or a Camaro Fastback.
Yep.
He's so silly.
He's so
silly.
All
And
right.
the back pictures of his shoes.
That's what makes him run fast. He's not
Fast
even super
back.
powered. He
Nope,
just has
just a
some
guy.
fast shoes.
Good for him.
Doesn't make sense.
Nope.
Shoes can't make you move your legs faster.
Doesn't
That's how
your
science
legs
works.
would break
All
if they
right.
could.
I'm down to my final 3 as well. My next card. Boom. Ah, God damn it. That was such an uneventful reveal for me because I went, well,
Checklist.
It's a checklist.
That's almost as bad as the Orion.
checklist A.
Oh,
I got
man.
another card number 179, the first of the 2
A
checklists.
non-card.
God
Okay,
damn it.
last 2 cards.
We only have 4 cards left.
Last 2 cards.
Guys.
Okay. Mr. Nebula. Remember his stupid little face next to the Eiffel Tower?
Yeah.
Oh, he's smirking at us, knowing he's not Orion.
He's laughing at us.
All right.
Last 2 cards for me. Second to last one is whabam! Plasmith, the really Plasmith's really gross looking plasma man.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
the card.
remember him.
Not the card we need.
All right, my last
Guys,
card.
I don't think we're gonna. We have 2 cards
This
left
is
with
my
a
last
50%
card.
chance of succeeding.
Hey,
now.
but we both agreed 99.4%.
Listen,
is
this
incredible.
has been entertaining.
I got 3 in a row. That might be better than completing.
Honestly, again, you crushed this.
That was an
Yeah.
insane thing to happen. All right,
Yes.
last card ever of this incredible game is Ice. I do love Ice.
Okay.
You know, I love this character.
So we are down to our final card.
What is the last card?
Our final card. I'm gonna show it to you
Okay.
because I don't want to see it.
Okay.
I can't
That's
handle
fair.
it.
It's a lot of pressure.
I'm gonna reveal it to you. I can't see it.
Okay.
Our final card is
It's hilarious.
It's not our Orion.
It is not.
Because if it was Orion, you would have flipped
I would
out.
have been very excited.
Our final card is, I'll turn around and look, Northwind. This weird, creepy
bird fart man.
bird man. Oh, you guys.
99.4.
Should I re-look through them all just to make sure?
There's just a random Orion we missed with every...
Oh, I mean, what if we missed them? We don't know. I made mistakes in the sheet before. All right, you guys, let me look at the sheet here. Yep, we have 99.44%. We are missing literally one card from this. Card number 124. I'm going to quickly go through because I
$2 on eBay.
Shh, shut up. They don't need to know that.
I had to immediately know.
All right.
I had to know.
I'm going to go look in our doubles pack to make sure that I didn't screw up. Okay, because listen, this is like when there's like a vote and you have to like double count to make sure, right?
You got to make sure.
So I'm going to go into our doubles section here, and I'm going to go to card 120s in that area just to see. Hang on. Alrighty. I also I bought a special little pack to mail this set in up there where like the official set is. All right, let's see. Let's go to the 120s just to make sure. I mean, this would be the ultimate anticlimactic thing if we actually ended up. Oh wait, here we did have this one
after all that counting down.
So I'm not gonna lie, I also did immediately Google it.
Yeah,
and that card looks kind of familiar.
Oh, that'd be so funny.
123 to 125 is what that goes. Okay, let me grab the box with the official deck in it.
All right. Moments away at the double check.
Just a double check here. All right, let's go right to. Oh, I went right to the 120s. So let me pull these out. Let me keep them in nice, clean order there. No, I said keep them in order, and then a thing. Okay, there we go. I opened it back up to the right spot. All righty, it goes right from 123 to 125.
God
we
damn it.
do not have
Orion.
That is a bummer to say the very least.
I kind of like the one chink in the armor though. Like
it's
the
hilarious.
one card is. I feel better about it.
So, here's the thing: do we give this out
as a 99%?
And wait! You found it online for $2.
Yeah.
We will give you this box of 179 of the deck and $2.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh, that is hilarious.
We will put $2 in the box,
and they need to send us a photo of it all together.
And you can then go on. But wait, they're gonna have to pay for shipping on it. Listen, it's only $1. All right, we will put $3 in the box.
$3 in the box
to cover your eBay purchase of card 124. And there you have it. Does that work?
I love that it's like that close.
You like that?
I think that, and that gives them an action item.
Is that a good?
That seems
funny,
fair.
Is that a good, fair, funny?
I mean, I can't wait to see who wins it so we can like have that conversation.
Yeah. So let's sit on the drawing until our next recording.
That'll be a good way to come back.
Yeah, our first recording settled. Cards. Yeah, I'm just trying to look. Cosmic cards. Make sure that there's not another. Yeah. People sell the entire.
Yeah, I saw that. And the holograms.
Wait, hang on a second. Hold up. We're not giving anything away.
Is it $600?
Why is there a card? Oh boy. This has got to be a nonsense. There's a card from this deck that's listed on eBay for $4,500.
What? I will go back and delete every one of these.
Wait, I need to do a little research before we give these away.
We will be filling it out later.
I'll tell you what, if that's the case, we'll split it with the winner. It's probably just an error. But I'm going to tell you, there are cards in this deck that are valuable.
Yeah.
Like, I'm seeing cards in here that are in the hundreds of dollars.
That's awesome.
Okay. And I'm still willing to give them away.
That's who we are.
Yes, but not if we're in the thousands of dollars.
Thousands of dollars is a different conversation. Frankly, there's a lot going on.
So there you have it, kids. The official
1991 DC unboxing.
So close.
99.4%.
I can't believe we're missing one card.
I think it's so funny. All right, the final three.
I'm going to relook through them all again just to double check.
The fact that it was 3 in a row and then none, like that was just what a crazy moment in sports.
Yeah. I'll look through all of these once more to make sure that we're honest and fair.
Yep.
But man, that's hilarious.
And the order it happened. I literally got
the first 1 through 3.
I got Number 153 because I knew we needed a battle. I knew we needed an age, and then I knew we needed 52 because he said 1 through 51. Like, had I known we needed Orion before I opened that deck, would it have been in there? Would I have manifested it?
Is it like Schrodinger's cat?
Yeah, like if I'd known. Okay, well, you lovelies, this concludes our episode of KoiCast. This concludes our unboxing, and what a journey it's been. We'll be back in a couple weeks, maybe a little bit longer, but is back as soon as possible. And we appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in and being excited about this silly game. And please let us know if you enjoyed the 3 in a row as much as I did. Because that was. We're filming this early. I hope that's not the highlight of my birthday week, but if it is, I'm okay with that. That was
insane.
The adrenaline I just got. All right, thank you all so very much for tuning in, and we'll be back ASAP. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here, and thank you, as always, to Comic Books for existing. We'll see you soon.
It's Dragon Wagon.